On this episode of Layering My Tea Like I Layer My Perfume, we are going to be making one of my favorite afternoon teas, a grape green tea. So our hero of the tea today is Tiesta Tea's Grape Escape. This is one of my favorite loose leaf teas. Since it's an herbal tea, that means it's also caffeine free. So it's great late night if you want to have it before bed. You're not going to have a caffeine rush. It's great as kind of like a fruit tea, which I love to make. I also love that it comes in this cylinder tin because most loose leaf teas actually come in a bag. It's harder to scoop it out. So I love that you can just unfasten this right here and easily get to your tea. So I'm just using a standard tea bag. I bought these in bulk and I like these for my tea because it packs more flavor when you put the tea in the tea bag and you can leave the bag in the cup so that the flavor is present throughout your entire cup of tea experience. Use a teaspoon I have in my kitchen and I'm gonna start with 2 teaspoons. And then because I'm looking for a little caffeine boost, I'm actually going to add a green tea in there. You can use any green tea of your choice. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of those. Then I like to put a little cinnamon apple spice tea in it just because it gives it a little boost of flavor. And then I'll go in on top with another teaspoon of the Grape Escape. Then find yourself a cute little mug. Today I am using my Black Woman on a Mission cup, which I absolutely love. I use it pretty much every day because it is a little bigger and can pack more tea in here, which I need to get me through the rest of the afternoon. Typically, I will have a black tea in the morning to help me wake up, and then I'll have a cute little green tea in the afternoon, and then I'll have just an herbal tea at night. My favorite part. So I'm using an electric tea kettle to boil my water, and it actually gives you the different settings for how to brew your tea based on the type of tea that you brew. Green tea is very different from black tea and white tea and oolong tea. So it's great if you're an avid tea drinker like I am. So you can use an electric tea kettle. You can put a tea kettle on the stove and brew it that way. I used to sometimes take a mug, put water in it, and then put it in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes. That's also another simple way to do it. So the last thing I add to my tea is some cinnamon sticks. I usually add about 2 cinnamon sticks, and sometimes I like to use the stick to just help the steeping process and getting the tea to really burst with flavor. Just let it sit in there. The longer you let the tea bag sit in there with the cinnamon sticks, the more flavor you will get, and it is so good. 10 out of 10 recommend. I use cinnamon sticks because I have a sugar intolerance, so that means I can't use honey, I can't use agave, I can't use any other sweetener substitutes, so cinnamon stick has always been my go-to, and that's partially the reason why I always mix my teas, because nobody likes a bitter tea. So using cinnamon stick has always worked for me. The tea is hot. Remember to let it cool for a little bit.